have got any team members that are not on the call, obviously go and give them a little poke and let them know that we are on. It is being recorded, so you'll be able to watch it back or send it to any teamies that aren't on the call. So we're going to keep it really short this evening, because obviously we've had a lot of training the last couple of weeks, which have been absolutely phenomenal. Obviously the most recent has been the 90-day game plan, which I think you can agree with me was all absolutely amazing. So just before we get started tonight, guys, in true Dream Team style, I would love to know what your win for this last week has been. Or actually, let's make it more specific. Let's have a win from you guys since we've started the 90-day game plan. What are you really proud of? Is it a customer? Is it a teamie? Is it that you've got super organized? Is it the first time that you've got super connected to your goals and your why? So Katie has got her a new teamie who's got her first order. Amazing.
Sorry, what?
There we go. Yeah, so if you want to share in the comments what your win has been since we started the 90-day game plan, let's have a look at your goals so far. So yeah, Katie's got a new teamie who's got her first order, which is so exciting. Congratulations. Kirsty's got more organized. Do you know what, like, one of the biggest things for me in this business is getting super organized and knowing, you know, what time that you've got on the business. And for somebody like myself, because I'm full-time with Juice Plus, sometimes it's actually harder to do more in the business when you've got all that time. What I find is if I segregate the day and give myself working hours, I get so much more done. So getting organized with your pads, with your hours that you can work, you know, what you're going to do when, is super, super important. So yeah, I love that, Kirsty. So what else have we got? So Kirsten's made some new contacts. Well done. Congratulations. Jack's definite mindset shift and organised, ready for the week ahead. Amazing. Andrew says, hey everyone. Chantel says she's got her fire back. Yes, girl. That's so good to hear. Lou has said she's been inviting to calls, organisation. Amazing. So it seems like everyone's getting super, super organised for the 90 days. So thank you so much for sharing. If you want to keep sharing, please go ahead. Jess, again, getting much more organised. So yeah, I think what we can think about is if we're getting more organized, it means we're getting more focused. And by having super focus, you know exactly where you're going. So being more organized can actually come down to even knowing what you're posting on what day. You could create a grid for the week to know exactly what you're going to be focusing on for that day. Something that I'm going to start doing is having a focus for my day. So for example, it's not necessarily going to be this, but like on a Monday, I might do recruitment Monday and then post about capsules. So business and capsules. And the next day I might focus on progress with the shakes and boosters, for example, and post about shake and booster testimonials and do a booster live on that day. Then on the Wednesday, I might focus on omegas and business. So know what you're posting on what day. And then if you're posting about omegas on your timeline, get some testimonials on your stories so it matches. So then if you're speaking to someone about omegas, what the first thing that they're going to do is they're going to go and look at your timeline. And if it doesn't match up and you've just got pictures of cats and cucumbers, as John says, they're not going to be that interested. But what they'll want to know and see is what you're talking about and if it's legitimate. So if they're seeing that you're posting about amazing testimonial results, about you going live, about your products, why you love them, and what's on your stories, if it all matches up, if it all coincides, then it's going to give them more social proof. And not only is it going to give them social proof through you, it's going to give them social proof through seeing other people's stories. So that's something that, like, being that organized can be a real win. That can be something that really helps you, you know, get through the people and get through the numbers. And the other thing that's really important as well, guys, is like, what is your avatar for that day? Now, I know that I've got lots of different avatars, and what I mean by avatar is my tribe. So I had a really good conversation with Katie yesterday. I had a good 2-hour chat with her, and we basically talked about the tribe that I was looking for. And what's really important to know is who you are today and who you were before you said yes to this business and the products. Who were you and what made you say yes? And that's what you want to go and look for in the people that you are communicating with and connecting with on Facebook and on Instagram, because they're the people that are going to relate to your story, right? There's no point me going and looking for mummies, because if I say, you know, I'm a gym girl, I get up at 6 in the morning and I go straight to the gym and I've done a bikini comp, these mummies are not going to relate to that. But if I relate to those girls on perhaps on a Monday, and post all about, you know, how the products have helped me with my lifestyle on a Monday, about bikini progress and going to the gym and that kind of thing, those girls that I'm connecting with on a Monday will go and look at my story and see my progress. Whereas then on a Tuesday for business, what I might do is I might think about, who was I when I first started this business? I was broke. I was a pizza delivery girl. I was so over my overdraft. I couldn't afford the products or the business, and I couldn't afford to go out for dinner with the girls. And I can talk about that. You know, I was trading my time for money. I was, yeah, just so broke, so miserable. Didn't have any direction, but I was hungry. You know, and you can post about that. Who else is hungry? Who can relate to, you know, waking up in the morning and looking at your, you know, your bank and not being able to say yes to the opportunities that you want to, and going on holidays and going out for dinner with the girls, or whatever it may be, those little luxuries. So think about who you are now and who you were when you first started this business. And if you're brand new, then go out there and find people that are in a similar position to you. You know, who's been made redundant, who's had their hours cut at work, who needs that plan B? Because the more that we relate back to who we were and what kind of caught our attention to this business, that's what you want to go and look for. You know, just get really real and remember who you were and what made you say yes. What was that moment that you went, screw it, I'm just going to do it, I'm going to sign up? What made you say yes? Was it inspiration or was it desperation? Was it a vision? What was the vision that you had? Did you have a moment where you went, oh my God, this is amazing? And one thing that I've got written down here, because I just made some notes because there's a few things that I wanted to cover, was that, you know, over time, what happens, you know, society, and when we go to school, it basically dampens our dreams, and it puts layers on us. You know, remember when you were a child, you know, they used to say to you at school, what do you want to be when you're older? And you'd say like, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be an actor, I want to be a pilot. And you'd have these great big dreams, but then over time, through school, your dreams would get squished and a little bit smaller, and you'd become more average because you'd go to school and think about getting a job in an office, because that's just what was normal in society. You know, we have a chance in this business to show people that they can dream again, like we've taken the chance to. We can all dream again. You know, I am just an average person, but I'm now living an above average lifestyle because I took that chance, and it's my duty to share that with people. And we've got this opportunity that can give people their dreams back. You know, so really think about what your dreams are, and you can ask people, you know, what were your dreams when you were a kid? You know, what stopped you from making those come true? You know, and it's so true that society really suppresses our dreams. You know, even things like the news and the TV, they condition people to be average and to settle and to sit in front of that box and live a box lifestyle. You know, live in a box, watch a box, eat out of a box, drive a box to a work where you sit in a box, you type on a box and live that box lifestyle, right? Life doesn't have to be like that. Life can be anything, but we become conditioned to what we see. What you focus on becomes your life. So if you start focusing on your visions, if you get your vision board and you put it where you can see it every day, and you put things on your vision board that blows your mind, then you can make that come true. Ignore the TV, ignore what the average people say, ignore what Dave the Builder says and Bob the Milkman, ignore them. They're conditioned. Condition yourself to have a vision, guys, and really think about what your vision is. And it can be anything, literally anything. This business has no ceiling, guys. So yeah, it allows you to have your dreams, and it's obviously, as you know, it's all efforts related, and the person who works the hardest will have the biggest business and get the biggest check. And what does hard work mean? It doesn't mean hard work where I call hard work driving to Milton Keynes. This is what I used to do. I used to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, drive to Milton Keynes, work in a factory all day, and then stay in a youth hostel. That was part of my life. And then I used to stay in a youth hostel all week, and then I'd drive home again on a Friday back to Sussex, because I hated Milton Keynes so much, because it wasn't for me. That wasn't my lifestyle, but I was in industry, and I was conditioned to think that when I left university, I had to have a graduate job in an office where I was doing paperwork, sitting at a desk. That's what I was given, and I was so miserable, but I was so desperate to break free, right? So it's not about working hard, it's about working smart. So it's about doing those income producing activities in the time that you've got, whether that's 1 hour, whether that's 2 or 3 hours, whether that's all day. You know, income producing activities isn't scrolling and rolling. Get rid of the scrolling and rolling, guys. It's all about messaging people, getting in your inbox, living in your inbox, and sharing you, and being authentic and true to who you are, and being consistent and focusing. So this is what my point was, being focused. If you focus on the TV, if you focus on the news, if you focus on what's going on in that big wide world out there at the moment, that's what you're going to focus on, and you're going to be conditioned. But we've got the opportunity right here, right now, to focus on our dreams and to focus on making that come true. So what does your dream life look like? I really want you to think about that. And I want you to know that that's so possible with this business if you take the action. Okay, and what does taking action mean? Okay, so this means getting your DMO set out every single day and not going to bed until you've done your DMO. Now, all of us are going to have different DMOs, and what I'd love for you to do right now is to comment in the chat box 1 or 2 or 3 things, whatever you want to comment, that things that are on your DMO and what you consider to be a really important income producing activity, just so then you can all help each other and you can take things from the chat and perhaps add it into your DMO, because we're a big team here and we're helping each other win, and this is all about you know, helping each other to the top. So comment in the comments box what you think is really important as an income producing activity that you've got on your DMO every single day. Okay, so DMO is a super important part of what we do, guys, as you all know. And I hold my hands up, I've sometimes dipped in and out, but back in 2015, when my business kind of plateaued, I was an EMD, I was a club 75 and business I was a club 39 and business plateaued. And it was great, it was ticking along, but it wasn't really growing every single month. And I was kind of winging it. And back then we didn't have a DMO, we didn't know what that was. Like John used to say, you know, write down what you're doing every day. And they used to talk of a DMO, but I'd never done one. And then me and one of my sideline buddies, we decided to start writing down a DMO, and we trialed it for 30 days. And in that 30 days, my business doubled. Nothing else changed other than I wrote down and communicated with people every single day. And I consistently built new relationships every single day. And I wrote the names down. And it's almost like as if by magic, when you write names down, people come back to you. And I don't know how it happens. And you know, it's all about that law of attraction. When you write things down, they become true. And I don't know whether it's because, you know, you're being more focused, you're being more organized, whatever it is, it works. So for any of you that are sitting there thinking, oh, I haven't started writing names down, my biggest tip for you from this point forward today is all the likes that people like on your posts, the new connections that you make, all the people that you've got in your inbox, even if you've written them down the day before. Get writing names down, guys. It's honestly, it will transform your business. So we started this DMO in August in the 2015, and it was in the 2016, my business. So that was in August, September, October, November. I laid the foundations of doing my DMO. I sowed those seeds every single day. I was consistent, and my business doubled from the point that it was in the August into the September. And over those next few months, it grew and grew and grew. And then over the next, from the January through the rest of that year, my business continued to absolutely skyrocket. And I went up to Club 78. And it was because I was consistent with my DMO every single day. So I cannot say to you guys enough, like DMO is a real key, because then what you can do is you can look back on those, not just those names, but what you were doing. So right now, you know, I've seen it for 8 years consistently. And John said it on the call the other night, everything that you do today, everything that you do through September, October, November, and December especially, it's sowing the seeds. It's like we're a farmer. We're going out and you're sowing those seeds in the field, and you're not going to reap that harvest until later on. Like the farmer doesn't plant the seeds and the seeds grow straight away. You've got to water those plants. you know, create those conversations, have best friends, you know, within your social media network, create new best friends. And I promise you, over the coming months, you will see some amazing changes, but all you've got to do is stay focused, know your vision, and be consistent. So guys, I'm super, super, super excited. Let's just go back to see what you've written on here. So let's have a look. Johnny said that he was a lot more focused towards his why and he's doing and what he's doing and what he wants to achieve out of this. That's amazing. Yeah, being really focused with your why and knowing where you're going is a massive part of this business. Angie watched the recording of the call and she's fired up. And Katie, I love that. No boxes except JP deliveries. I love that. No boxes. Sorry, babe, I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry, I'll come back to that one. Yeah, it's not about working hard, it's about working smart. Absolutely. You know, we could work hard all day, but actually be really smart. Think about if you've only got an hour a day, what are you going to do? Are you going to scroll and roll and like, or are you going to get in your inbox and make new connections? You know, it's really about taking that, those choices and working really smart. So Jess, adding a minimum of 16 people a day. Yep, John said adding 16 every single day. Love that. Birthdays, 100%. Recruitment and follow-ups. I love that. Recruitment with new ads that you have accepted. I love that. Message, be consistent, showing up from Kirsty. Chat to 5 people per day about product and 5 about business. I love that. And that's so important. That for me has been one of the things that has changed my business as well. 5 people about the product and 5 people about the business. And I think sometimes we can think to ourselves, guys, like, well, how am I going to speak to 5 people about the product and business that I don't know? And the secret is to ask questions. So ask lots of questions. And the other thing that I was going to talk about later, but I'll talk about now, and I'm going to set you a challenge, is to compliment people. So I'm going to challenge you to compliment 5 to 10 people every single day, just about something that they've posted about, or a dress that they're wearing, or a photo that they've got on their Facebook. Go and give 5 to 10 sincere compliments and watch what happens. People will come back to you and say to you, oh my God, I'm so pleased that we're friends on Facebook. I've had it happen today. I've got a girl on my Facebook that we've been friends and we've kind of liked and commented, and she's a gym girl. She lives in America. We've liked and commented a little bit. And today I was just like, babe, I'm so proud of you. Like, I've seen your journey and you've got a new job. Congratulations. I can't wait to hear all about it. And she was like, thank you so much. And we've had this amazing chat today. And she's been sending me inspirational videos. And I know that that girl is going to be in my business at some point, but I'm not going to push it. But what I said to her today is, I don't know if you'd be interested. It might not be for you right now, but there's a video that I would love you to take a look at because it might relate to you like it relates to me. And she was like, yeah, sure, girl, send it to me. And because I've complimented her and I've become her friend and we've shared likes and comments backwards and forwards, she trusts me and she likes me. And that is our job. It's to get people to know, like, and trust you. So I've planted that seed. I haven't said to her, I think you should join this business. I think you need this product. I've just said to her, look, there's something that you might be interested because I think it would relate to you, because it relates to me, because we're so similar and we had that conversation. And it was really about just me sharing something with her. So find people that you relate to. And it goes back to what I was saying right at the beginning. So know who you are, know who your avatars are, know why you're doing this, know what got you started, and go and find those people. And then you can start chatting with them, give them some sincere compliments. I love to say it, best friend people. I love best friending people. It's what I do all day long on Facebook. It's my favorite thing. Finding new friends on Facebook is great because you can create some really incredible friendships. Like, I've got girls all over the world that if it wasn't for Facebook, I wouldn't know. And they're some of my really best friends. On Instagram as well, I've got some absolutely phenomenal friends who have become customers, who have become team members, all because I've become friends first and then products and business. And that's something that's really important to remember. So yeah, go compliment 5 to 10 people a day, and do it in their inbox as well. And just say, hey girl, like, just really, or like, hey bro, whatever. Just really wanted to say, like, I absolutely loved your last post, or girl, you literally looked incredible on Saturday night. That outfit was amazing. Where did you get those shoes from? And like, say it with sincerity and mean it. Like, don't just post and, you know, do it for the for the gain of the sale, because it's not genuine and it probably won't manifest. So be real, be authentic. So yeah, so best friend people, give love, and then also, like, you can slide into people's inboxes and say, hey, whatever your name is, I saw your post and I found this article, or I saw this other outfit, I thought you might like it, it might be of interest to you, I really loved it and I love your outfit too, so I thought you might like it. You know, just get really friendly with people and know that whatever value that you can give them, people always appreciate any kind of value that you can give them. So guys, I've waffled on for ages and I've got a dry mouth, so I'm just going to quickly chat about maximizing your month. And I'm just going to read a few more of these. So Louise says, connecting with new people each day that are your tribe, 100%. Share testimonials, offering the business, 5 to 10 people, following up with likes and comments from Johnny. Amazing. Joe is sharing my day, in posting in support groups. Love that. Support groups is key. Absolutely. That is where you will find your best team members. Love and comment on others' posts. And says, take the products as part of your lifestyle. 100%. That is number one. Take your products, be a product of the products every single day. And Zana says, yeah, get to know people. Love those. So my DMO, I'm just going to share a bit of my DMO with you. So every day on my DMO, I write day, whatever it is, of 90. I put the day and I put DMO because I like to know that's what it is. And then I will write happy birthdays, self-development. 100%, we need to be doing self-development every single day, whether it's 10 minutes, half an hour, in no extra time. So no extra time is in the bath, on the way to school, in the car, on the way to work, while you're washing the dishes. That is when you want to be doing your self-development. And what is self-development? Go onto YouTube, type in something that relates to you that you need to learn. Self-belief motivation, consistency motivation, self-love motivation, success motivation, whatever it is that you feel like you need to get better at. Go and type it into YouTube, and then what you will need will jump out at you. So I have self-development on all the time. I also use the old videos that John does for the PJ party and now the 90-day game plan. Like, probably like at some point during every day, I will listen to John Holowati at some point. Just because he inspires me, and everything he says, whatever John's doing, I'm going to do. So the 90-day game plan has been on every day since it's happened, since Friday for me, you know, different parts of it. Also, I've been listening to the Danny Cumru PJ party and the Harriet Jones PJ party, because sometimes you might miss things, and even if it's on in the background, it'll subconsciously be going into your mind to help you, you know, learn. You know, what you're hearing in the background is going into your mind. So that is part of my DMO, self-development, happy birthdays. And I like to write an aim down every single day. So my aim every day is at least, I write 2 customers, 2 packages and 2 teamies, because if I only go for 1, I'm setting that ceiling, and I want to know that I can achieve more than that. You know, why can't I get 5 a day? You know, I've really got a limitless mindset, and that's something that I've grown on. You know, and again, if you don't have a limitless mindset, go onto YouTube and type in limitless mindset motivation and really start to learn about how that can become true for you. So it's all about time and patience and practice, guys. Like, I never used to be somebody who had a really 100% positive, unlimited abundance mindset, but it's taken me years to, you know, practice listening to self-development, listening to these audios, you know, saying my affirmations every day. You know, it's been a journey, and we're all on different journeys. So whatever chapter that you're on, just always focus forward and know that the past has been and gone, and you can't go back there. It's there for a reason, but you can create anything that you want in your future, and whatever you really want, you know, you can take that path to, you know, so always know that you are in control of what is ahead of you if you truly focus on your visions and really always come back to that vision board and have it everywhere where you want to see it. So okay, so the other things that I have on my DMO are connecting with 5 people on Facebook about product and business, so 5 and 5, and then 5 people on Instagram at least on product and business. And then I like to do at least 5 follow-ups. And because I work all day, every day on my business, I'll normally do a fair amount more than that. But some days I don't. Some days I just do that as a minimum. So choose a number that fits in with your day. Jeff Roberti used to make it 3 people. It was his job to tell people, 3 people a day, his story. So ask yourself, how many people are you sharing your story with every day? And not just the product and business, but how many people are you actually telling your feels to? So what was life like before Juice Plus? And what's changed? What's been a positive outcome? You know, how many people are you sharing your personal story with? Because your story is your power, right? And people want to know, you know, what's changed for you, what's been better. So your story, I would recommend, like Katie and John have always told me, to make your story no more than 2 minutes for product and business together. So think about what made you start, why you said yes, what's been amazing, and what you're excited about. So remember that your story is your superpower. And then when you know your story, and it might take a while and you need to practice it, practice. It took me years to perfect mine, but now mine, I can, you know, mine just rolls off my tongue. I don't even have to think about my story, you know, but it's ever changing because we're always progressing. So yeah, that's my DMO basically, guys. It's all about income producing activities and living in my inbox, chasing likes, and following up and creating new connections and sharing my story. So right, so yeah, we're going to wrap this up quite quickly, guys, because I want you to go and use the rest of your Sunday evening, because Sunday evenings are the best to connect with new people, because people are going back to work tomorrow. You know, all these new COVID rules are in place and people are online, so it's a really great chance for you to go and maximize your evening. So first of all, maximizing your month. So we are now at the 13th of September. So we are actually almost halfway through this month already, which is crazy. So have a think about where you're at and what points you're on and what you need for your goal, and write that down. So write down what points you're on. That was a really big smile from Evelina. Nice to see you. That was great. Hi. Nice to see your face. Yeah, so think about where you're at right now and what you need for the rest of the month. And so we've got 17 days left, including today. So then divide the number of points that you need by 17 and figure out what you need per day. Okay. And then go and help your team and find out what your team need and work with them and ask them, guys, what do you need to get to your promotions? And work together. You know, make this about your guys. You know, go and find out what they need and work together, hustle together, work together, and make sure that they're getting their goals as well as you getting yours. Because if you duplicate what you're doing with them, guess what? When they go and get a teamie, they're going to go and do the same. And this is all about that snake, that duplication, that golden thread. So I'm going to teach Janika. I'm going to teach Janika. She's going to teach Jess. And then Jess is going to go and teach her teamies, and so on and so on and so on. Right? It's all about that golden thread going through and through and through. So find out what your teamies want and help them get what they want, and then you'll get what you want. And if you work together collectively, you know, go and set yourself goals and, you know, challenge each other. How many people are you going to speak to today? And then check in with each other and have a race. It's so fun. You know, when I was in this business right at the beginning, in 2012, you know, me and a really good friend of mine, Paul, we used to race each other to our next positions, and we always used to be like, but we're going for SC this month, who can get to SC first? And we'd race each other, and every time we got an order, like we'd message each other and I'd be like, another order, these are how many points I've got left. So really think about, you know, who you can work with. And if you haven't got team yet, then go and find people that are who you relate to and say to them, you know, you'd be amazing at what we do, and invite them to come and be a part of your team. Because remember, guys, you have got the honeypot. Remember, you want people to think and people to know that they're missing out. Guys, like everyone that is not in this business is missing out. You know, we've got this opportunity, like I was saying before, to totally change and transform our lives. You know, everybody needs that they just don't know it yet. They just haven't seen it yet. But from what we know and from what Simon Bowler said on Friday night, like, who's freaking excited? Like, who's excited? Like, we have got the best, literally the best products, the best business in the world. Literally in the world, because we are in control of how much we earn. Juice Plus has never borrowed a penny, ever. And we are just growing and growing and growing globally. Whereas other companies are always having to capitalize, they're having to borrow money, you know, they're having to recruit people and, you know, pay out massive wages and incomes. You know, that's not what this is about. We've got a different business model, and it's for winning. We are here to win, and we're winning together. So how to maximize your month: find out what you need, write it down, make yourself a goal, a weekly goal and a daily goal. It doesn't matter if you don't hit your daily goal, but by the end of the week, you will know exactly where you're at and what you need to do. And then find out what your team need. And then the other really important part of this is, guys, is find out what your customers need as well. So Monday's always great to check in. So how was your weekend? This is what you can ask your customers. How was your weekend? How did you get on? What do you need to win? What do you need this week? How can I support you this week to help you stick to plan to get to your goal? And ask them, you know, what do they need from you? Because actually they don't need anything from you, and it's everything that they need from themselves. But when they can check in with someone, it's that accountability. And we know that our customers are absolutely key. So find out what they need, because if you help your customers win, guess what? They're going to give you referrals, or they're going to become team members. Okay, so simple, guys. I'm basically just reiterating everything that they said on Friday, right? It's the same, but it's really good to reaffirm it and to hear it, and for you guys to go away and have an amazing week. And then we can come back together next Sunday and we can share some more wins and hear how close you are to your next goals for the 90 days. So starting your week with a bang. So set up your week with a win, plan your week, know your week. I've basically talked about that already. Sorry guys, I've got such a dry mouth. I should have had some water. So yeah, your page has to look attractive. I've talked about that already. So yeah, think about your 90 days. This 90 days is going to pass, right? It's going to pass anyway. So what are you going to do to step up? What are you going to do to step into your greatness? What are you going to do every single day? Imagine it was the last day that you could make an impact today. What would you do? What would you say? How would you show up? Imagine every single day that you wake up is your last chance to go and tell that person about Juice Plus and about how it could help them, how it could change their life. Ask them who they know. Imagine if you had one more day, and that's today. Today's your last day. Who would you go and tell? How would you shout about this? What would you say? And make every day as if it's your last day, because we're never guaranteed tomorrow, ever. But this could be your chance to step up into that next level today. So I'm going to leave this with you guys, that belief is just an energy. And if your belief is low, your energy is going to be low. And if you increase your belief, your energy is going to be high. And people are attracted to high energy. They want more of that. So think about how you're going to show up every single day and how you're going to raise your energy. And all it takes is a choice to be excited and to say, I am excited every day. I am excited about this business and what's ahead of me. The next 90 days is going to change my life. So decide that you are in control. Decide that this is your time. And I am so excited to see you guys get promoted. Every single one of you deserve this. Every single one of you. And you can do it. Like, there's no difference between me and you and Katie and John and the guys that were on that call on Friday. You all deserve it. The only difference is the belief that you have in yourself. So I'm inviting you this evening to raise your belief, raise your vibration, raise your excitement, and know that you can achieve anything that you want to achieve. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm super excited. I'm super pumped. I'm literally raring to go. Have an amazing evening. I know this is short and sweet, but go get it, guys. Those promotions are ready for you. Those checks are waiting with your names on it. Like, literally, the company is waiting there. You've signed up, you've paid your 50 quid. So they're waiting. Those checks are waiting to be cashed. They're there and waiting for you. So go tell those people. Go shout about Juice Plus. It's the most simplest thing in the planet that people need fruit and veg. Everybody needs it, but not everybody knows about it. So go share it. Go shout from the rooftops and go and get those promotions, guys. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Lots and lots of love, and I will see you all soon. Bye, guys.